G'day DIY Pool Legends, I'm Rowan Taylor, I'm the owner and founder of Complete Fiberglass Pool Kits. I'm going to talk to you today about the reasons why putting your pool in the cooler months can be a really good idea. And the biggest reason is every year around about November we get the panic phone calls from someone ringing up saying, I've promised the family the pool will be in by Christmas. And they say, I've said that for the last 3 or 4 years. There's been vague threats to their health and their livelihood by other members of the family if the pool isn't in by Christmas, and they're stressing. And so they're on the end of the shovel. It's December 24th, Santa Claus is coming down the chimney and they're still sitting there trying to finish the pool off because the family's rolling up the next day for Christmas around the pool. A lot of people definitely do that and we hear from them all the time. It doesn't sound like it was a good time for them, but they get there. But if you put your pool in over the cooler months, you've got all the time in the world, and then it becomes a bit more chilled, a bit more relaxed, a bit more enjoyable. A couple of the big benefits of getting the pool in over the winter months also is the availability of trades. So they're not as flat out as they are in summer. So whether you're getting a hand from an installer or your electrician or your plumber or even your draftspeople, they're just not as busy. So you get a bit more flexibility. Often prices can be a little bit better as well. And you're not rushing or trying to fit into someone else's schedule because they've got a bit more room, which gives you a little bit more room, and that makes things just that little bit more relaxing, which is the way it should be, because putting a pool in should be fun, even if you're a first timer. And if you're not sure, don't worry about it. We'll help you out. We've got heaps of resources. You can definitely do it. Okay, now the next part is the same with councils. Councils aren't inundated or private certifiers with applications for swimming pools. Come September, October, it goes through the roof. Approval times slow down, it just gets a little bit slower. So over the quieter months, you'll find your approvals come through a bit quicker, draftsmen are a bit more responsive, makes life just that little bit easier once again. Now, the next best thing about getting it in over the cooler months is you've got time to choose all the other bits and pieces. So what do I mean by that? Well, your pavers, or your retaining wall colours, or the type of fence you're going with, or the colour you're going to paint the fence. All of those things you're not having to rush. You can take your time, you can let the pool sit in the ground for a few weeks, and then you can figure out, well, let's try this paver. It just gives you a little bit more breathing space so it's not all done in a record-breaking 2-week time frame, which if you do that, no worries, but it can be a little bit stressful. And then the last part is you spend a heap of money on landscaping, and if you put your pool in over those cooler months, then it gives you landscaping time to establish before that roasting Australian sun rolls up and starts to fry all of those beautiful plants. So the last thing you want, crispy plants don't look great, and you worrying about keeping the plants alive is just something else that you shouldn't need to be worrying about. You should be worrying about what you're having for Christmas dinner and all the fun that you're going to have in your pool. Okay, well, I hope that was really helpful, and if you do decide to put your pool in winter, give us a shout. We'll point you in the right direction, and as always, don't hesitate to give us a call if we can help with anything at all.